Um, I've been hearing online. There's been people have been talking about. I wanted to give my opinion about this. Saying that talking about how Guardians of the Galaxy may do something along the lines of like Planet Hulk and theories and stuff like that. Now, from what I've heard about it, that people are saying that these are theories that they're going to happen and stuff like that. But I'm just going to call it a theory that's going around. Storylines that people are talking about that could that they would like to see as that could work in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. One of the first places I heard it, people are saying that just people are saying that's what they're doing, for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and stuff like that. But I first heard it on Comic Book Cast on their podcast. They were giving ideas to it and stuff like that. So, but I just wanted to give my opinion on it. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 being some sort of, um, uh, being some sort of Hulk, having Hulk in it and having him, kind of a Planet Hulk movie, because there's been lots of talk out there that Hulk may or may not be launched into space at the end of Avengers 2, or anything like that. They may or may not. They've been wanting to do a movie, like thinking about doing a movie and then not thinking about it and then thinking about it. So it's doing another solo Hulk movie. So my idea, like them, they like what I think what the story has been going around and what people have, theories that they've been having is that they'll do something like where he gets launched into space or something, and then Guardians of the Galaxy find him, whether he's launched in by Tony or actually by Shield or by Tony or by anyone from Earth, or actually just sent off by for like sent off uh, by Ultron, because he sees him as a threat or something like that. Um, you know, or whatnot, or if he just somehow just gets launched into space, then Guardians of the Galaxy take him on. The idea of that sounds interesting. Him in Guardians of the Galaxy, and the idea of him, doing a Hulk Planet movie sounds interesting to me. But also, on the other hand, it's a good movie and good stuff. But I don't. On the other hand, I don't want that to happen because I want him to be in Avengers 3. You know, I really want him to be 100% in. Like, I want another solo Hulk movie, but not in outer space. I want it on Earth. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just the way I want it. And I want him to be in the Avengers 3. I don't want him to be, oh, he's off too far and he didn't get back in time for Avengers 3. I want him to be in Avengers 3. I want Avengers 3 to have Guardians of the Galaxy, and all of them in it. But would I want him to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Yeah, I think it would do. I think it would work. I think, you know, I think that the way it could work is if they did some sort of thing where he's launched into space and then they meet up with him right away, and then they are able to somehow send him back, the Guardians of the Galaxy. Instead of just doing a Hulk planet where he's launched into space and he has to figure his own way back, and he doesn't know how to get back. I think definitely the idea of having him in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 would definitely work because they could send him back, or they could have a connection somehow to back to Earth, and they with actually Star Lord, they have that connection back to Earth, and he could easily somehow send Hulk back to Earth. But that's just my opinion on the story. So what do you think? Do you think Hulk will be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2? I mean, I think it's possible. Like, it'd be cool to have him in there. A team up with the two of them. For the one movie. Like, I think other ideas that I heard of was that maybe the Collector or Thanos could take Groot or Drax, one of those two guys, and have him want to collect Hulk and both of them. So that definitely sounds like a story. Not that I'm saying that that's the story has happened, but definitely think it's a theory that is possible. And stuff that I think it would definitely could work. So yeah, do you think that theory would work? Could Hulk be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2? How would you like it to happen? Do you want to see him in Guardians of the Galaxy 2? I think it'd be interesting to see him in there. Will they do it? I really have no idea. I think most likely not. They'll just do they'll either do a Hulk planet or not. And I just think that there's so much that they could tell on Earth and stuff like that, and connecting it. Because I feel like if they go into outer space, then it's no longer connected to. It's not connected to Iron Man because his stories would all be, unless he starts space traveling, wouldn't be connected to Iron Man because his stories are all on Earth. Definitely wouldn't be connected to Captain America, and wouldn't be connected to Thor because they don't do space travel. So it'd be at least to those movies it would not be connected to, and then he'd have to be back in time for Avengers 3. Those are the reasons why I want. And also the main point is he's not there. There's no it doesn't whatever happens in Hulk Planet other than him going doesn't affect Shield, doesn't affect the Agents of Shield. So I really want him to stay on Earth so that whatever happens in his story really can affect all the other movies. Like in Captain America, in the repercussions in that movie affected everything. Like it's going to affect Iron Man, it's going to affect Thor, it's going to affect it's going to affect everyone. I mean, not Thor so much as he lives on Asgard, but it's going to affect his his friends on Earth. He has friends on Earth and stuff like that. And Guardians of the Galaxy coming up, I'm interested in it, but not as interested as I was for like all the other movies that are on Earth. Because the repercussions affect so much. Whereas in Guardians of the Galaxy, the only repercussions, like the same repercussions are the same repercussions as like Avengers. That the fate of the universe is out there, but the repercussions do not affect Shield. If something little goes wrong, it doesn't affect Shield too much. Unless somehow Earth destroys, but then that's Earth's problem. So I really like those ideas because they're close to home and they'll affect those shields. Whereas if Hulk's gone, and he's trapped by the Collector or something like that, that's not going to affect Coulson and his team and rebuilding and protecting the Earth and stuff like that. That's not going to affect them at all. At all. But you know what I'm getting to. So that's where I see it. I really want it to stay on Earth to affect Earth and affect all their stuff, everyone who's still on Earth. Whereas if he goes away, he can't affect too much. Iron Man and Captain America and all those guys. So I just wanted to. I would like to stay on Earth so that he could, whatever happens in his story in his movie, if they give him a solo movie, will affect Earth. And I really hope that. I like the idea of Guardians of the Galaxy out there, but their stories don't really affect too much. Like there's not going to be a connection between Guardians of the Galaxy and Agents of Shield. I mean, maybe they'll surprise me and do a connection or something like that. But I don't think that they'll really have to surprise me to come out with a connection and somehow to connect it, to really connect it and be like, oh yeah, it's connected, other than just saying it's connected and stuff like that. So I definitely can't wait to see what comes out of that and see how it all. Maybe they'll find a way to connect it or not, but I just think that if they leave it on Earth, it's a much easier way to connect it all right away. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace out.